Hello, guys. Good afternoon or good evening. I want you to see this topic that's on the TV. Most likely, I hope I don't get copyrighted for this. I am watching Dr. Phil's about transgenders, and the young man, whose name is Angela or something like that. They'll show it again. Um, his mother is not, she's not happy with his sexuality. She has three sons, but she's one of the three sons that she is really not happy with. Um, I don't discriminate against the LG. Oh, the mother name, Angela. The mother name is Angela. She says that her son, she doesn't agree with him being the way he is. The three sons that she has, which he is one of them, she totally disagree with him being the way that he is. And now he wearing makeup now. He's wearing the makeup, he's wearing the lashes, and he surely is flaunting their hair. Beautiful, beautiful face and everything. Full lips, and she's just not happy. I mean, she's entitled to her opinion on how she feels about her son preference in life. So I'm going to turn the camera around to Dr. Phil and let you guys hear exactly what the mother is speaking about against her son. Now, I don't discriminate the LGBT, you know, to each his own what you choose to be in your life. But, technically speaking, you know who you are, when you are born, whether there's a female or a male, you know your gender, who you are when you are born and as you grow. You know that if you have a penis, you are considered a man. If you have a vagina, you know that you are considered a woman. But as time progresses and time goes on, and if you feel as though, you're living in a shell and you're tired of living in a shell and, unhappy with yourself and you want to come out who you are in life instead of living under that rock and depressing yourself, come out and be who you are. Be who you are. If that's your preference, be who you are. So let's go here and watch Dr. Phil and hear what his mother has to say. And they're going to show her son, who is the transgender. And she also said to him, he said he is a woman. And the mother said, tell me what makes you think that you're a woman and you have a penis between your legs. He said, I don't have to explain that to you. Beyond measure. So let's get into this, guys. I don't know if this is, oh man, I might have to come back with the second part. So let's just talk for a brief moment right here until it comes right back on. And so yeah, so she totally disagreed that her son is the way that he is. You know, I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean this in a negative way. You know what I mean? Sometimes children are violated, if you get me what I'm saying, whether it be a male or a female. Sometimes children are violated growing up, and they tend to, if something happens to them or if they has been touched or molested by, let's say the boy's been molested by an uncle, a brother, a cousin, a friend, or whatever the means may be, they carry this thing for years and years and years and never, speak upon it. And then they go through a mental psychiatric thing, of this happening to them. And they hold this within them for years, for many, many years. And then all of a sudden, you see a difference in their ways, their motions, their actions. And they come out, slowly, gradually, but surely they come out to either wind up being, in that life. I don't like to use that word, so they wind up being in that life because of what they probably been through mentally, physically, So I don't want to say that this is what he has been through. I can't say that he has been through it, and I can't say that he hasn't been through it. But he is actually, in all reality, says that he is a woman. And his mother said, I want you to explain to me right here and right now, how do you consider yourself a woman when you have a full penis between your legs? And the gentleman said, I don't have to explain that to you, which is true. It's his preference. It's his opinion. He does not have to explain it to his mother. And his mother said, all I want is respect from you. You know, I accept the fact that you are, you know, who you are. Um, she tried to say that she didn't say that she accept the fact the way he dressed. She did say it, but then she tried to vice versa and try to change it around, say she didn't say that, you know. But she was saying that, you know, I don't have a thing about you being who you are, which is, you know, in that life. I don't have a problem with you, you know, dressing as a female. She said, but what I do have a problem with is you disrespecting me. When you come to my home, you don't come to my home dressed as a female. You come to my home dressed as a male because that's who you are. You are a male. Okay, well, he doesn't live there with her. You know, he doesn't reside there with his mother. He is grown and he do make his own, you know, he do make his own you know, values in life. So if he's not living there with her, you know, why do he have to come to her home dressed as a male if he's not living there with her? So guys, let's get back into Dr. Phil before the camera cuts off and let you see what's going on and introduce you to the gentleman that's on here right now. Again, I don't discriminate against the LGBT people because I have a lot of friends that are like that, male or female. I personally, me, myself, and I am under no circumstance either or the other. I am a straight woman, but I want you to just get a little clips of this that's going on. I hope you guys understand the video and enjoy the video. Let's take a look. Hold on. And listen, guys. There he is right there. He's gorgeous.
Now, thank you so much for being here again.
He's gorgeous. No, that's not him. That's the National LGBTQ Task Forecast. For you know.
All the way across the board.
That's a guy right there.
Because
that's Ashley Marie Princeton. It's a trans activist.
So part of me knows that despite what she's saying about how she's not going to be convinced otherwise, she is invested in understanding.
Are you looking, guys? Are you listening?
Daughter,
I don't discriminate. To each his own. That's your preference. That's the mother of the gentleman that says he's a woman.
What daughter? What daughter?
You cannot yell people down.
That's the mother of her son that who says he's a woman and she's not. That's her son right there. He's gorgeous. I love his lips. I wish I had them full lips. Okay, listen, guys. I hope that you understand the video, and I hope that you like this video, guys, because, you know.
Because believe it or not, contrary to what you may think or believe, I'm rooting for both of you. I am invested in the relationship that you have with your daughter because according to you can't be because hold on. You can't be interested in
that's Angela. That's the mother.
Because first you're disrespecting me as a parent. I am not disrespecting you. I feel as though I am not disrespecting you. I gave you credit for your
Angela don't play though, y'all. She don't play.
You tell me that this is my daughter. You're bulldozing. I'm not telling you anything. I'm acknowledging who she is. I'm not calling her. It's about honoring and respecting her personhood. You're irrelevant.
Angela ain't playing, guys. That's her son right there in the black.
I asked you to come here, and I'm going to give you the respect that you deserve. I asked you to come here, and I'm not going to let you get shouted down. Say what you would like to say.
So according to a study that was done by the National Center for
That's a trans activist
and the National LGBTQ Task Force, so when there is a parent or parents or loved ones in the home who do not support the identity of the transgender individual, 51% have attempted suicide, 48% have become homeless, 47% have become addicted to drugs and substances, and 29% have actually had to engage in sex work. You're not going to guilt me into accepting him as a woman because you feel like if he makes a bad decision that it's going to be my
Angela
fault.
ain't no joke, is she, guys? She's speaking now. That's her son. She loves her son. And she's just not accepting the fact that he is playing the part of a woman.
He said his reason was because
Listen.
so many transgender women of color had been murdered. And he said, I think the number now is up to 17
team. Now, as a leader in the black community, there are thousands of black men that have been murdered. But you won't hear Joe Biden talk about that because those black men did not have a wig on. So I'm not going to elevate, excuse me, I'm not done. I'm not going to elevate the issue of transgenderism over black men, because at the end of the day, y'all still black men.
Gender identity is who I go to bed as, and sexual orientation is who I go to bed with. So the fact that you're making assumptions about children's genitals or your child's genitals, that is way out of bounds. At this moment, you have a decision to make as to whether you're willing to do the internal work.
Angela is not playing, guys. She is not going to accept the fact that her son, okay? So you guys got a glimpse of that, Dr. Phil. Okay? So what she's saying is, Angela's saying, the mother is saying that under no circumstance she's going to accept the fact that her son thinks that he is a woman. He thinks that he's a woman. And she said, I want you to explain to me how you figure you a woman. How can you tell me that you are a woman and you have a full penis between your legs? You are my son. You are one out of my 3 sons, and you are not a woman. Okay, well, Angela, you may feel that way towards your son, or however you may feel towards your son, but this is who he is. This is who he is, whether you choose to accept it or not. If that's the way he wants to live, and that's the life that he's going to be living, whether you accept it or not. And the young man did say that, he did say some harsh things to his mother, because they're disputing against each other back and forth, because the mother's not accepting who her son became. The son is not accepting the fact that the mother is not accepting him being who he is. And his father, which is Angela's, I guess they were divorced or whatever. The young man's father was shot and killed. He was shot in the head. He was brutally murdered. And then when he got shot in the head, he crashed into a pole or something. The car blew up and the father burnt. He burnt in the car. My condolences to you, my dear, my son. Gentlemen, I'm sorry to hear about your father. You have my deepest condolence. But he's so angered, he said, I wish it was you instead of my father. Sometimes we tend to say things out of our mouth that is so wrong. You know what I mean? And again, I don't discriminate that, who you are or who you choose to be or whatever your preference may be. So apparently her son was doing some little things on the IG, that she didn't approve of. And she got angered about it, and she told the trans activist that I don't care what you say, how you say it, when you say it, and who you are making those statements or accusations to. But for me, she said, no, you can speak however you choose to speak, but I am not under no circumstance accepting my son being a trans. Well, my dear and my darling honey, he is who he is, whether you choose to believe it, whether you choose to accept it. That is who he is, and she cannot stop him. Now, does it put a niche between her and her son? Absolutely. It puts a niche between her and her son. She doesn't want her son in her home. She doesn't want her son around her young child that was there, because she thinks that he's influencing her to believe that he is a woman, which he's not, But let me tell you something. That makeup he got on, honey, is Florida. Because, honey, baby, he look better than some of the women that I see. He look better than me. Shit, you know what I mean? So, So, live and let live. Live, laugh, and love, as my girl Barnett Perkins say. Live, laugh, and love to the fullest until until your time come. So if that's who he choose to be, or that's who he choose to believe he is, let it be so. Let it be so, because she's not going to change him under no circumstance. She doesn't want to be around him. She wants nothing to do with him. She doesn't want him in the presence of her home. She doesn't want him in the presence of her daughter. And what can you say? It is what it is. That's who he chooses to be. Now, like I said, a lot of young men and a lot of young women has been, violated, manipulated, been molested, at a young age and never told anyone because they were probably threatened by that. If you tell someone, and normally it comes from the home. Normally comes from the home, or it comes from being in different homes of the presence of cousins and uncles and aunties and whatever the means may be, majority of the time it comes from that. But with men, it probably also the same. And they keep this thing hidden for quite a long time, and to the point that they become depressed, they become suicidal, they become stressed, and all of a sudden, I guess they figure I need to speak out in reference to what happened to me. I need to speak out in reference to who I really am, or who I really choose to be, or who I really want to be. I can't hold this in any longer because I'm only stressing myself, depressing myself, and I am very much so probably going to wind up being suicidal. These are the psychiatric things that these people go through. So this is him. Let's get back to the topic, guys. This is his mother, Angela. She's very, very upset. So I'm going to let this go as long as I can let it go. There he is.
It says that Davies has warped Imani's mind into
Very good topic. That's the mother, Angela. She's very unhappy. That's her son.
You're concerned about the influence,
Yeah.
right? And
She's very much so concerned about the influence
about
of him
here.
influence
You
the
seem to be
daughter
very
about things.
Self-possessed.
Imani.
Right. I am very outspoken.
Imani says she accepts her gender brother.
About things like gender identity and how she should parent, because bullying your children emotionally.
Listen here, guys.
And
That's
calling
Imani.
all types of names is not preparing your child for life. That's only going to damage them. And I don't understand why, as a parent, you cannot realize that fact.
So I would say that you have done very extremely well. I've raised you on my own. Children are different, okay? You and Javian were not the same children, okay? Y'all didn't have the same struggles. Y'all didn't have the same issues. So your upbringing is going to be different.
I do want to acknowledge that you've done a lot of things right, and I say that because sitting next to you is a very fine example, is doing very well, as you say. I think I would say the same thing.
Look at Dr. Phil. Dr.
sitting
Phil seems like he's getting
across
stuck
from
in
you.
his words.
There are a
The
lot
hair
of
is
really
Florence,
fine
honey.
qualities here
The
that
hair
you
is
have to
gorgeous.
respect. There's a strength of character here, a conviction, and all, and a lot of the strength has to come from
That's
the
Angela,
role
her mother.
model that
She's
you
very
provided,
unhappy,
the
very
conviction,
unpleased,
standing
but
up for yourself.
who is she to
You've done a
change
lot of
that? She
things
can't
right
change
along the
that.
way,
If she
and
chooses
I
not to be around her
hope
son
you're
because
proud of that.
this
And
is
I
the
hope
life
you're
that
proud
he
of a lot of
chose,
the strength
have you
and
ever sat
conviction
down
that
and asked
you see
yourself
sitting
why
next to you
my
and
son
across
is like
from
this?
you.
Has she ever
hope
even
that
thought about that, guys?
actually
Have she ever
really
actually
saying
sat down and thought about that to ask herself or ask him, how did you become this way? How did you figure that you are this way? What makes you think that you're really this way? Have you ever thought about that, Angela, to ask your son that? Have you ever even asked him about him being violated, touched in any perspective? Have you ever even asked him that? I don't think she has. Let's get back into the topic, guys. I'm gonna let it go as long as it can go.
You don't get. I think that
I'm the one that don't get
I think that these feelings are going both ways. I think that you feel like you don't have a mom, and I feel like I don't have a son. When you were telling me
His lips is
that
gorgeous.
this
I
is
love his
you
lips on it. I
now,
wish I had them full lips.
you don't
I got them little
understand.
teeny lips.
I want my son. Like, you're taking somebody away from me. You don't want to be my son, but you want me to be your mother.
I don't want you to be my mother.
Okay, but I still want you to be my son.
Wow.
So
Okay.
to make the necessary changes to make it that way.
So,
It's
change
that
it.
simple.
What changes
Just
are
fear.
made?
Maybe stop trying to bulldoze us and dismiss our emotions like you have done on this stage.
It's not about trying to bulldoze you or dismiss
You do
your
it every
emotions. It's the
time.
fact that I'm not going to let anybody tell me that my son is a woman.
Just outside
You
of that.
bulldoze. You even with me.
I've never
you
asked her to
bulldoze
call
me
me
just
a
like
woman,
you
and that's one of her
bulldoze
main argument points. She can't name
You
one
just told
time
me
I've
call
ever
you
asked her
JB.
to
Who
call.
is JB?
JB, that's my name. That's what I go by.
Did you change it?
I'm about to.
Okay.
How can we start to get this family on
Wow,
the same
this thing
page?
is deep,
We'll
guys.
talk about that next.
Isn't that ironic? It's a very deep topic, guys. Very, very deep topic. So leave it in the bottom of the comment, guys, and give me your opinion on this topic with Dr. Phil. Give me your honest opinion. Again, I do not discriminate against the LGBT because I have friends that are like that. I have female friends that are like that. I have male friends that are like that. And me, personally, me, myself, and I am a straight woman. But I'm just saying that, okay, she's entitled to feel the way she feels, the mother. She does not have to accept him the way he is, but he is who he is. I think he said he's changing his name to Javana or something like that. He has pictures on Instagram, on Facebook, you know what I mean? So you can go in and you can look for Dr. Phil's topic of the day, and you can probably get more information, and then you could probably go search and find him on IG and on Facebook. But I wanted to bring that topic to you guys. He is entitled to his opinion. He is entitled to how he feel. He is entitled to be and act as the way he wants to act. That is his preference. And you, and his mother cannot take that away from him. She said she wants her son. She wants her son. She doesn't want this person he portray himself to be. She says, I'm not going to accept you as being a woman. I'm not going to call you a woman. I'm not going to use a woman's name. Javon, I'm not going to use that name. That's his name. I think that's his actual name, Javon. His name is Javon, but he's changing it to JJ something. But anyway, she said, I'm not going to accept the fact of this is who you think you are. Well, Mom, I'm sorry to say, my dear, then I guess you just won't be seeing your son, because Javon is, you see Javon. This is who Javon is. He says he's a woman. And she keeps telling him, you could keep stating that and you can keep stating that, and I'm not going to accept it. So the daughter, who she thinks that Javon is filling her head up with accusations, telling her that he is a woman and this, that, and the other. So she believes and thinks that her daughter Imani is going against her, which she is not going against her. She's just saying, well, Mom, basically he is who he is, whether you choose to accept it or not. Well, unfortunately, the mother is not accepting who Javon is. I think that's his name now. I don't want to get it wrong, but I think he said his name is Javon. So if that's not his correct name, go in and look for the topic on Dr. Phil of today, which is Friday, about the transgenders. Very interesting topic. Very, very much so interesting topic. So guys, if you should like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe to this channel. Reach over there, hit that notification bell for you, and you, so that you, and you can be notified of all of Anastasia GHIRADELLI'S World's videos. Now I'm going to give you another little glimpse before it goes off. Just a little bit more, and then I'm going to end this video because I don't want it to be too long. Here we go. Let's get back into the topic, guys.
I was a horrible child. Angela has 4 of the children who she has all gotten into it with.
They're not
Who
here.
she has all
They're not here.
they won't say.
Let them speak for themselves. You can't speak for them.
So there's an old saying where there's smoke and there's a fire. If Jay was the problem, Jay wants to be respected.
Oh,
Jay is
JB's.
the issue. Jay is disrespectful.
It's JB's.
Jay was the problem.
Right.
Angela has had some type of emotional trauma or issue
First
with
of
all
all,
of her
let me
children.
say something. As
I'm
a
not the
parent
only
that
one.
has raised children on her own for
So,
20
if you
years,
wanna
there
say
are
I'm the
going to be
problem,
some
what's the problem
instances
with him?
when you and your children don't
Everybody
get
is
along.
with you.
Why are you trying to make it seem like this has been every single day of our lives? You all are taking instances
it has been repetitive.
I'm raising children. There are issues. When you raise 3 teenage boys by yourself, there are issues. So we have had to address issues as a family. If anybody in here is a parent,
She threatens my education. Literally, as a punishment, she threatens my education.
No, I told you I was gonna withdraw you out of
She
school.
threatened to withdraw me from school as
I
punishment.
did.
She threatened
Not
to
as punishment.
withdraw me from my debate
Not as
council as punishment.
Not as punishment.
She has taken my technology and made me take late penalties because she didn't want to give me my
Wow, Imani, she's going pretty hard on her mother. Imani, you better shut your mouth, honey, before you wind up out in the street now. You shut your face. Shut your mouth, girl. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go because I don't want this video to be too long. But if you should like this video, please, again, like, comment, share, subscribe to this video. Thumbs this video up. Reach over there, hit the notification bell once again so you could be notified of all of Anastasia GHIRADELLI'S World's video. Have an amazing Friday. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Stay positive, stay blessed. Keep that peace, y'all. Stay out of trouble and let no hurt, harm, and danger come against you. Again, It is what it is. I don't discriminate. And Dr. Phil is already going off. Okay, guys? Deuces. Enjoy your weekend. Bye, guys.